know that every 49 seconds an American is busted for selling drugs? Many of you might know someone that has been sent to prison in their lifetime. The United States currently has the largest prison population in the world. In that population, there are more men than there are women. Inmates can serve anywhere from months to a whole lifetime sentence in prison, depending on the types of crime they have committed. When an inmate is put in prison, there are many things they have to pick up on fast if they want to breeze through their sentence with little to no problems to deal with along the way. So what exactly are the cautions that inmates have to be aware of when they are being incarcerated? Many inmates find that minding your own business in prison is the best way to stay out of the conflicts. If the matter did not pertain to that person, then he or she would not engage in the conflict. Keeping quiet and not making yourself in the spotlight is also a way to keep out of the situation. Understanding the term prison proper. Learning the prison language is an ongoing experience, and also the importance of actually knowing the language is crucial. The communication helps the inmates understand each other and helps them know what each one is talking about. Also, the term spreading your wings are words that express your willingness to fight. If the inmate doesn't know the proper terms in prison, they could get themselves into a lot deeper trouble than they are willing to take on or want to be involved in. When you insult one man or woman, you could be insulting them all. You must maintain a certain image or reputation in prison in order to survive. Showing any emotion in prison is like showing weakness. You must be more on the manly side to show that you aren't going to take any stuff from anyone else and can stand up for yourself. It is said the worst reputation is to have the title a snitch. If you're willing to give up information that isn't supposed to be given, no one would want to trust you, and in this case, it would cause violence to be upon you or other serious issues. Not only would inmates turn against you, but also some of the staff. Beyond all the cautions inmates take in prison, there are things that you have to take into in every account in everyday life. Inmates have more control of their lives than people think. They will actually manipulate the tests and clinical physicians to obtain medication in which they can use to get high or sell for a profit. Many of them try to smuggle in weapons, drugs, and alcohol, and other illegal items not prohibited in prison through visitors or bribe guards and other authorities. The main focus of survival items include food, water, and cigarettes. Most inmates get $130 a month to use on the things that they need. If they do have a limit on their spending allowance, they turn to bartering as their next source of survival. Almost anything can be used in barter, such as leather belts and buckles, tobacco, food, and laundry services. Some pastimes for an inmate would be playing sports, lifting weights, playing cards, reading books, and most of the time, inmates get the privilege to attend school. Most things that we take for granted are like gold to the people living in prison. All inmates have the same orange jumpsuit that they have to wear every day. They do not have any sort of privacy. They change, shower, eat, and sleep where someone can always see them and are watching. Even though each of them are different, they all get individual numbers instead of being called by their own name. When we are hungry, we get to eat. But if you're in prison, you have a set time and ration of food you receive for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The big metal chain link fence with barbed wire holds them in. They can't go anywhere outside of the prison facility unless they are cuffed and monitored at all times. Inmates experience toxic shame, not as an emotion, but as a state of being. I definitely agree with the punishment and sacrifices that people have to go through when they are breaking any law. When people are incarcerated, they lose their identity, they are no longer referred to as a person, and are given a number within the system and are just another statistic. Toxic shame has the power to make the person feel worthless and not even human. They begin to feel like they are truly bad people and deserve what they get. All in all, they all did some wrongdoing to end up in the prison facility. The hardships that they endure are well deserved and make the outside world safer for you and me.